Recently, Travis Hunter recently tied the knot at 22 years old with no prenup agreement with his new wife. Not to mention that he just signed a four-year deal worth $46.65 million and a $30.6 million signing bonus.
Okay.
Now, this is stirring up a lot of buzz because, over the past year, I would say there's been a lot of controversial events that transpired between these two. More specifically with them coming out and telling stories about how they met and, things that happened in college, how she would go to parties and he would wait in the car for her. And, like how they even got together. Like she wasn't feeling him. She didn't know who he was. She wasn't trying to give him a chance. And her brother was like, do you know who this is? Like, you better stop playing. And then she gave him a shot. So there was a lot of red flags that people were kind of, worried about after these stories came out and everything. So they finally tied the knot, no prenup. And then he bought her like a $250,000 AMG wagon, which was nice, all black. That was dope.
They had it. Well, that was a Bentley, right? What was
Benz.
that B? What was that B? It was a Benz.
Was it a Bentley?
I just saw that big bit. That thing was fire.
I thought it was an AMG.
No, I want you, but it was all tinted out.
Yeah, it was matte black. It was really nice.
I usually don't like the G wagons, but I said, damn, that was
it was nice.
That was nice. Smooth. That was smooth. And
so a lot of people it's stirring up a lot of buzz. A lot of people are saying that she's going to play him. She's going to take his money. She's going to get some kids, and just a lot of people doubting the situation,
from some people.
Exactly. So I want to get your opinion on this for two specific reasons. One, you were married before, correct?
Yeah.
So you were married before, plus you have a son
and a daughter.
Yes. You have both. So you have children of your own. So I want to get your perspective of this as someone who was married before, has a son, so you can kind of put yourself in the father's shoe as far as how you would see it. So I want to let you start this off on just your thoughts around this and, just how you think it could transpire and maybe some steps he could have taken to maybe protect his assets. Just in general, what are your thoughts on this situation?
Well, first of all, we're gonna have Bartholomew Wilcox. We got this third chair. We got to get Bartholomew on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, man, I have no issue with it at all. Right? Even though I'm divorced 10 years now, having a divorce or whatever, both sides are. No regrets.
Yeah.
But I still believe in the institution of marriage, and I'm proud of them. Let me tell you something. When you're in that spotlight like that, Ren, you have the whole world giving their opinion on you.
Right.
The whole world giving their opinion on your girl and you. Now, listen, we know Travis Hunter is in an awesome situation and a life-changing situation for generations if he do it right. And we know, first of all, he's one of these guys who got money and they get outpunt their coverage when it comes to women, so to speak. Travis Hunter looked like he need to be at the end of a haunted house with no mask on, just saying boo to people, right? And
I think this was his real, true girlfriend. You could kind of tell, you know what I mean?
First of all, listen, leave these young kids alone. She didn't sign a prenup. So what? She didn't. Okay, it's not the end of the world. They may get divorced. She may get half. He's going to get more money. He's not going to be dead broke. He looks like he's going to have a bright future in the NFL. And when they first cut all this controversy, it wasn't even controversy. When they caught heat because she didn't stand up, just nitpicking everything.
Yeah.
He came out and said a statement. She did like a 7-minute video, and it went away. It went away.
Right.
It went away. When he got drafted, he hugged everybody one time. Didn't nobody say anything.
Right.
They kept telling him, bow wow, everybody, don't get married. Guess what? He got married.
Right.
He's happy.
Yeah.
That ugly joker is smiling.
Yeah.
And I know she has a history and all these stories she telling me about what she did. He sat in the car and all that stuff. Hey, that's yesterday. We talking about today. And I would tell my son, listen, if you love her, first of all, ain't nothing I could say to my son is gonna change his mind about the way he feel about this girl he's dating.
Especially now. You want to know why?
Why?
She put that mouth on him.
There you go.
She's 100% putting that mouth on him.
There you go.
This is first real girlfriend, probably freaky joint. I think she Latina, maybe.
Yeah.
And Latinas, they spicy and they got that spicy box. They got that spice box. So she putting that thing on him. She putting that mouth on him like he's never had before. He would change religions for this woman. You know what I mean? You're right.
I would talk to my son, this is what you want to do. Get him all the advice you want to. Man, that thing, you have to support him because he's gonna do what he's want anyway. Because now he's having a professional career when he got 36 M's guaranteed in his pocket.
Right.
They started a future together. Yeah. They went from boyfriend to girlfriend to fiance after all that stuff. Still got engaged to her, and then still got a marriage to her less than a year. So I'm telling you, he's moving forward, man. And we know her love box got more miles on it than a damn U-Haul truck. We already know that. Or than a drug dealer's rental car in the 90s. We know it got that many miles on it.
Box Chevy.
Right. But he loves her. She loves him. I think it's authentic. So I'm not going to sit back and say, I told you so. If it do break down, which I don't want it to, it may break down. But I think he'll recover.
Well, what about the prenup situation? So you as a father, if this was your son, you talking to your son, you're saying, okay, you love her, like I hope the best.
Yeah.
You're having a positive mindset towards it. But what about the prenup situation? Would you try to advocate for him to get her to sign a prenup, knowing that he's about to be worth over $40 million before even taking his first snap in the league?
Right. I would have a conversation with him and see how he feels about it, because Martin Lawrence had a joke about it. He's like, how do you tell a woman that? I love you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. You my soulmate. But before we get married, I need you to sign this right here.
Yeah.
That's terrible, man.
Well, well, here's the thing. It was recently an interview. It's this one divorce lawyer who's done a lot of podcasts. I've seen a few interviews. I've seen his interview on Soft White Underbelly. It was very good.
Yeah.
And he was divorced himself. And a really good statistic that he brought up was that majority, I think it was like over 90% of marriages that get a prenup done last. And you know the divorce rate is, as far as the complete package, is over 50%. He said vast majority of marriages that get a prenup signed, they tend to actually last longer than those that don't. And it was a few reasons. One of the reasons he threw out is that it can actually be a good what's the word? It's a very communicative moment, and it's a good intimate moment, if you will, because that's a real conversation you have to have.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
And if you get through having that and it comes out successful, then it's like, okay, that actually builds a foundation of trust, if you would, because it's also like prenups don't have to, it can be what you come with, you leave with. It doesn't have to be you get nothing, and you can make a prenup however you want. You can say, okay, you won't get half, but you can get a quarter of it. You can get a third of it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You can make a prenup however you want.
Right.
But it's a good like a communicative step in that relationship, if you would, because that's a real serious conversation you have to have.
It is.
And if you can get through that, then like any other real serious conversations throughout the marriage that you have to have, it just makes it that much easier for it to happen into it. But I just wanted to throw that stat out there because I thought it was interesting that most marriages with a prenup tend to last have a greater chance of lasting longer than those without it.
I think they last like a week longer.
It's no divorce rate. What he's saying is no divorce on over 90% of marriages with a prenup.
Yeah, but if you sign a prenup and you're going into the marriage, so it's like it could work in the guy's favor.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever signs it, the woman got all the money, she can make you sign a prenup. Men,
right.
You know, I guess the majority, the women do sign or whatever, but it could be the flip side of that.
Mm-hmm.
Some, women balling too, they finna marry, they're gonna sign it. I think whoever has the upper hand on the prenup can go in a little bit more, I guess a little arrogant a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I could say what I want. If we get in a big argument and if you threaten to leave.
Right.
You ain't taking shit out of here.
You ain't taking nothing.
But them hush puppies you came in.
Yeah.
Like, I'm saying it could be that type of situation.
Yeah.
So a prenup can add that, depends on who you are going into the marriage. Mm-hmm. So it's tough, man. It's tough.
Well, my thing is like, okay, if you love me, then why is it such a big deal that I'm trying to say let's not make money come in between us once it splits?
Well, if you love me, we shouldn't even be talking about no damn prenup.
If you love me, it shouldn't be a problem that I want to get a prenup signed. That I don't want you to rob me if it doesn't happen to go well.
What you mean I'm going to rob you? So now you sound like Ike Turner. What you mean I'm going to rob you?
Because, man, you're going to, especially if it's a kid involved, the woman's going to get at least half plus child support.
Well, you already know that. Absolutely.
And if the man builds that from nothing by himself, and the woman comes along afterwards after it's built and takes half of what he built before they even met, plus a monthly payment of child support, that's highway robbery.
I will say this about the child support, side note. I think child support should be based on different amounts considering depending on how old the child is. Like from birth to about, I don't know, a year, it should be a certain amount. From like a year to 5 years old should be a certain amount, you know, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
You should get something, but you know, you shouldn't be getting $80,000 a month.
Insane.
And your child is 2 years old.
Absolutely
and you get $80K
insane.
a month. That's crazy.
Your man Wilcox is wild. He said she's getting half and going to be waiting on Diddy when he gets out, buddy. Travis is an idiot, pal.
I told you, Cox is nuts. I told you, man, he's insane.
I believe it alone. Yeah, hey, that's funny as hell.
So I guess Cox is pro prenup.
Yeah, I'd imagine. But a lot of people are kind of like, you know, like, oh man, she's going to leave. My take on it is this. I think that I hope for the best. I truly hope for the best. I'm not going to be spilling negative energy out.
Well, she get money anyway. Okay, no hold on. Let's say if did she sign a prenup? Was no prenup?
No prenup.
All right, you did say that. So it's no prenup signed, right? So if they divorce anyway, she's gonna get alimony. So instead of getting half, she still should be set, not really for life, but she should be in a great tax space.
Yeah.
If they get a divorce.
Yeah.
Because he has to pay her alimony.
Right.
Pay her what she's the custom style she's used to living.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if she's gonna be smart and try to start some businesses. Travis got plenty of money, obviously.
Yeah.
Babe, I want to do this. I want to do this. Well, babe, I'm happy with your boutique or whatever you want to, nails, whatever you want to start. I got you. You my girl.
Yeah.
So whatever she's gonna strive in with that. But she's gonna get alimony anyway.
Yeah.
She's gonna get alimony anyway. So you can't say I love you and then say, hey, sign this. You got to be the damn man to do that.
Well,
Would you have your girl sign a prenup?
if I get married and I have a certain amount of money, then yes, I will go.
No, wait a minute.
If I want to get married,
But D,
I will go down the prenup route. But I would still be like, listen, you'll be taken care of. Don't even trip off that.
I know, but I'm saying this is your girl though. Your girl.
Yeah. I'm a defensive person, Q.
That's what I'm saying. So you would look at you and say, will you marry me? And get down on one knee. You got the ring right here, but you say, hold on. She crying. What's wrong? Hold on. You got to sign this too.
Yeah, man.
You could do that?
Yeah.
If cold bastard.
Yeah, I would.
You're a cold bastard, man.
I would. If I have a certain amount of money, because I wouldn't even want to get married unless I have a certain amount of money. But once I get a certain amount of money, and if it makes sense, then yeah. Unless the only way I wouldn't is if I get with a woman that really helps me build and get to that point, and then we get married. I probably wouldn't trip off it. But you know, it depends, man. I lay out situations and analyze it for what it is. If you were to say you got with Halle Berry, 10, 15 years ago, Halle Berry,
yeah,
she got that chicken,
yeah,
right? And
what?
She got that chicken.
Oh, that's what you goofies call money. Okay. I can't keep up with y'all goofy ass slang, but go ahead. So chicken is money
has been out.
Okay.
Hold on real quick on the prenup. Boy 1881 says, if you ain't no punk. If you ain't no punk, holla, we want prenup. We want prenup. Yeah,
that's something that you need to have.
There we go.
That's my karaoke song.
Good one, Alex. Good one, Alex. But okay, you get with Halle Berry.
Yeah.
And she wants to marry you, but she says you have to sign a prenup. Would you? You with Halle Berry. You're going to get taken care of while the marriage is happening, but she wants you to sign a prenup.
On that standpoint, yeah, I would.
Okay.
I would. So I couldn't see myself doing that.
What's the difference?
Me, I couldn't do that. I just couldn't have it. I couldn't have it in me to do that because when we sit on the couch watching movies, watching HGTV and House Hunters and watching our shows and series and all that, and then she cooking for me, I'm cooking for her, waking up together and just doing lovey-dovey stuff and just grinding, going to work, she going to work, and then we finna get married. I can't say, hey, sign this. I just can't. I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to do it, man.
I don't see why not.
Because it's a different type of love. I made it sound like the damn love doctor, but it's a different type of love. I couldn't say do all that. No, hell no. I just couldn't see. I couldn't see myself doing that because. So even in doing arguments and stuff, because you know it's gonna come up.
Yeah.
You know it's gonna come up, and she done signed it, man. It's gonna come up.
Yeah.
What if you're a jive turkey and you throw it in her face?
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Like I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't use it as like leverage to like, cause then she could, hold on. You're saying you wouldn't use it as leverage? Could she not use it as leverage? If she's married to you, could she not be like, go ahead and break up with me if you want? I'm gonna take half your shit.
Yeah,
any person,
some horrible things get said in arguments. You already know.
Any person could use leverage technically.
Yeah, right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
So it's,
and then that's when you get back arrogant. When you take half my shit, I'm gonna get some more.
all right.
Tiger Woods wrote a check for $500 million, and it didn't hurt him at all.
Good Lord.
At all. Paul McCartney wrote a check for almost $500 million, $300 million, and he was married for like 2 weeks to that lady. Didn't hurt him at all.
That's nasty.
But you have to be a Beatle and have to be Tiger Woods.
Right. That's 1 in a billion.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope the best for them too.
You do?
I'm not gonna put negative energy out there. Do I think he should have? Listen, man, he's young. It's his first girlfriend, so the ball is in her court. She can definitely, use it, take advantage of the situation at this point. They already got married. She can do what it's in her court. She can do whatever she wants. I hope she doesn't. I hope she really has the best interest for dude.
But even if she do it, who's to say she's gonna keep that money?
Q, come on.
Because he's still gonna be getting them NFL checks.
Yeah, she's gonna. What do you mean?
So say he had to give her $10 million.
Mm-hmm.
You think that's gonna last her for the rest of her life?
She's
her
not only
family?
$10 million ain't gonna be it because Travis is gonna make bread. He's a two-way NFL player. He's gonna make bread. For him to come into the league and not take a snap and get $40 million, he's gonna make bread.
Right, but he's gonna have a dope lawyer. Now, if he get a $200 million contract, she's not gonna get $100 million of it.
Well, he's not even gonna get he's in Florida, so the taxes are a little bit better.
Right.
But
say he get $200 million, he bring home $80 million. She's not gonna get 40 of it. That's what I'm telling you.
Why
I don't
not?
think it's gonna be that half.
She's gonna get half of everything. All assets she's gonna get half of. Not just that money.
Okay, but she has to maintain. You think she's gonna maintain that? Because she's not gonna have that checks to come in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why she has to have the children first. If she has the kids, then yes, she will get monthly payments on child support.
Evil halfway is this?
Q, this is real world shit we're talking about. This happens on the regular. No, I'm just laying out worst case scenarios. But these are worst case scenarios that happen on the regular.
I agree.
Happen to my family members.
Right.
I see it. This is everyday stuff we're talking here.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, first what I'm gonna do, girl, I'm gonna marry him, and then I'm gonna have them babies. And
yes.
But okay, what?
That's how some chicks map it out.
I'm not saying I'm Forrest Gump. Now, I ain't saying that. You act like I'm Forrest Gump. I know I know what the game is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm just getting.
We know once you have the baby, you're good. You're
Sure.
She got one child. She good for the rest of her life anyway. Because
if she has two, she's Gucci.
Right. She's what?
She's Gucci.
Hey, man. She's a piece of clothing? Or when you say she's hair figure? Say she's Nautica. Or when you say she's
come on,
say
Q.
she's Polo.
I know you've heard Gucci before.
Come on, man. Stop it.
Come on.
When you say she's Coach?
She's Gucci.
And I keep telling you, man, you're not from freaking New York.
Q, everyone says Gucci. You kidding me?
Chicken, Gucci. You still wear stickers on your hat. You tuck your damn jogging pants in your socks. God,
you gotta show the shoes off, man. Come on, Q. I just realized something. Since we're talking of styles, you got the stocking cap on today. You got the Day joint on.
Yeah.
Wait, are you doubled up?
Yeah, I'm doubled up.
You're doubled up?
Yeah.
Q, that's nasty.
Yeah.
You're doubled up on the stocking cap?
Yeah, man. My barber chicken wheezy, man. I can't get by that, but it's still fashionable. I got the white in Colorado, and I got the white in Colorado.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
That's actually fly.
You damn right. And I got I'm chilling.
That's actually fly.
Yeah,
you matching the pantyhose cap with the t-shirt joint with the colors.
Yeah.
You got the white and tan stocking cap. You got the white and tan with the Colorado.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. That's fly.
So you're not gonna post a little video like you did me
Oh,
in
I'm
the
definitely
story
going to, for
with
sure.
your little red.
For sure.
You couldn't stop freaking laughing. You was laughing like the end
that
of
red stocking cap was nasty.
You
look
laughing.
You
put the cartoon character. Who was that?
That was the pill from Osmosis Jones. you look like Frankenberry with that red stocking cap on. That joint was nasty, Q. That joint was nasty. This joint would be nasty too, but you kind of color coordinated it. It's not bad. It's not bad. You definitely could tell you from the South. I don't think we wouldn't wear that in Maryland.
Fitted haircut, bandana, stocking. I could do them all.
I'm not mad at it. It's unorthodox, but I'm not mad at it. You want to know something? I think far as like fashion, I think that everything is what's it called? Is it's a cycle. Everything comes back in style. My grandfather, before snapbacks were in, my grandfather always had snapbacks. He had like this New York Yankee snapback, real vintage joint.
They came back too.
Yeah,
remember snapbacks came back.
Yeah, snapbacks and tattoos. And when I was a kid, I'm like, yo, I got this joint, and it came back. Also, my grandfather used to always wear V-necks. His V-necks were big as hell, but he used to wear V-neck T-shirts, and they came back in style for a minute. So everything comes back. So I don't know. They might bring the stocking cap with the double shirt.
That's what I'm saying. I've been wearing a double shirt since '92.
Yeah, since I've known you.
91, 92. That's just my style.
You definitely have it since I've known you.
My style. So I like I said, I'm definitely not a damn follower.
All right.
Trendsetter.